Welcome to Men's Confidence and Relationship Dynamics, the podcast dedicated to helping men navigate the complex world of confidence, purpose, and, well, everything that comes with modern relationships. I'm Andrew Davis.
And I'm Jack Dubias. It's great to be here for our very first video episode. You know, Andrew, for this inaugural episode, we wanted to kick things off with something really fundamental. Something a lot of guys, I think, just kind of missed the mark on.
Absolutely, Jack. It's a core concept that underpins so much of what we'll talk about on this show. We're diving into the critical difference between being liked and being respected. And trust me, it's not the same thing at all.
Yeah, it's not. In fact, they can be mutually exclusive, right? I mean, so many guys, they get caught up, especially in their younger years, trying to be liked. They want to be the popular guy, the agreeable one, the one everyone just seems to get along with.
And there's nothing inherently wrong with being liked, right? We all want people to think well of us. But the problem? It comes when you prioritize being liked over everything else. That's when you start becoming a people pleaser. You know, you're constantly saying yes even when you want to say no. You compromise your own values just to fit in or to avoid conflict.
Exactly. Like, think about the guy who always agrees with his friends, even when he fundamentally disagrees with their point of view. Or the guy who, let's say, in a dating scenario, just molds himself completely into what he thinks the other person wants him to be, just so they'll stick around. They're sacrificing their authenticity for short-term acceptance.
And that, Jack, that's where the respect part comes in. Respect isn't something you ask for. It's earned. It's about standing firm in your convictions. It's about having integrity, even when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's about boundaries, too, which is huge. A respected man knows how to say no appropriately. He knows his worth and he communicates it, without being arrogant about it. It's about consistency in your actions, not just your words.
Think about it this way. The guy who's merely liked might be invited to all the parties, but he's also the one everyone takes advantage of for rides or for, bailing them out financially without ever paying him back. He's nice, but he's not respected for his time or his boundaries.
Whereas the respected man, people might not always like his decisions, especially if he has to make tough calls, but they trust him. They know where he stands. They respect his honesty, his resolve, his values. Like in a relationship, a man who is respected will communicate his needs clearly and calmly, even if it creates a temporary discomfort. He won't just bottle things up to keep the peace. And that builds a much stronger, much more genuine connection, doesn't it? Because the other person knows they're dealing with someone real, someone who has a backbone. You know, in today's world, with all the social media validation, it's easy to fall into the trap of chasing likes, chasing followers. But that's a very superficial measure of your worth.
Yeah, it really is. And it doesn't translate to real world respect. To really earn respect, you have to be willing to be disliked sometimes. You have to be okay with someone not agreeing with you or not seeing eye to eye. It's about being true to yourself, your values, and showing up authentically. That's really the only way.
It really is, Jack. So for our listeners out there, if you take one thing from this first episode, understand this. Focus on building respect. Live with integrity. Set healthy boundaries. And, don't be afraid to be yourself, even if it means you're not everyone's cup of tea.
Absolutely. It's a journey, but it's one that leads to deeper relationships, stronger self-confidence, and a more fulfilling life.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you for tuning into Men's Confidence and Relationship Dynamics. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.
We'll see you next time.